Hey, what it do with the business is?
It's another week in the books. It's the OndeckTV podcast. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, a.k.a. Green Bay Brown. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what we doing? Green Bay Brown?
You damn right. That's what we doing. Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on social media.
I am Spike Lou on the same social sites.
Man, producer M Extra, what's goody?
What's going on? It's your boy M Extra, a.k.a. the Minister of Culture. What's going on, people?
Man.
That's MXTRA3 on all things social media. Shout out to the Sunday services. Minister of Culture is in the building.
And Extra let us know before the show that he had a brand new AKA.
Inspired by Yeezy.
And that was it.
Minister of Culture.
That's actually pretty funny.
Fortunately, Kanye West continues to let us down.
That's for the culture, for sure.
No
No biting.
What you have on deck for the weekend, man?
Great little sports weekend, man. Football kicked off. Dan Patrick did Sports Center, man. That was fucking fantastic for me. That hadn't happened in a long time. I love Dan Patrick. I listen to him every day for people that watch sports. So, great sports weekend. We did the Madden tournament. You cheated and beat me. It was rigged from the beginning, me even having to play you in the first round.
Okay.
So, shout out to the guys over there dead in their gaming tournament. Nice turnout. That was fun. But overall, got the football on deck for the weekend, man. What'd you have up?
Yeah, Madden tournament, dog walked you as expected.
Relax.
I lost in the game before the Super Bowl, which I should have fucking won.
Just say you lost. No one cares for context to where
I
you
lost
placed,
in the
bro.
game before
You
the
lost.
Super Bowl.
You one of those, man. You lost.
Got third place. I got bronze.
I got third place.
And
It's a third place?
yeah, me.
You from that generation that everybody gets a trophy. You one of them kids.
Your ass didn't get one.
I
You
did
were
not.
bounced.
You're absolutely right. I'm going to throw my own tournament, and I'm going to make sure that I win that motherfucker. Watch out for the 2K tournament. I'm going to learn to play
we
2K.
get a 2K tournament. It's a
We're
wrap.
doing this. We're doing the
sweet.
2K tournament. We putting it in the air, so me and J-Hove going to work on that. Y'all be on the lookout for it.
Fair enough. I attended my first award show.
What type of award show?
It was the Black Music Honors.
The Black Music Honors.
It was dope. I'm not gonna lie. I had a good time. It was during the Green Bay game, so I was acting like I wasn't having a good time because I really wanted to watch the game. But I actually did have a good time. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was actually
you
dope.
ain't missed nothing.
Yeah, I missed the W.
Nah,
That's
you
what
ain't missed
talking
nothing.
about.
That
one
Green
of
Bay
those-
game was some slaw.
One of those events, wife, you had to twist your arm to go, huh?
Nah, because I did want to go to an award show. I just didn't want to go to this one.
What was it, a gospel awards or something?
Nah, I'd never go to that.
You ain't going to the Dove Awards?
Blasphemy continues.
Nah, what type of award show was it?
Black Music Honor. They were honoring.
Who was the headline? I'm saying.
There was.
Shorty.
So it was no like in the award goes to. It was all pre-planned. They were just honoring certain acts. They do it every year. They honor different acts every year.
Do we know any of the acts? That's what
Yeah,
I'm-
Escape.
Gotcha.
But matter of fact, they honored a gospel act.
Of course it is.
What's your girl? I said it in the damn.
Yolanda Adams?
Yeah, they honor Yolanda Adams. She got a banger too. So there's one banging gospel song, ladies and gentlemen.
There's one.
Yolanda Adams has
We're
one.
working on it.
Yeah, that's it. But it was good though. T.I. was there. Grant Hill was there because they honored Tamia. It was dope.
Yeah.
What you have on deck, bro?
It was a busy weekend for me. I was actually just doing work.
just keep it
coming
short,
up with I'm sorry?
Nigga was finna read a whole goddamn monologue.
What'd you say?
It's limited to 2
this is a busy
events.
job.
A whole
Nigga had his
monologue?
monologue pulled up.
Oh, no, I didn't have a monologue after you just took fucking 5 minutes. How dare you chime in on my shit? As I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by the peanut gallery.
The peanut gallery.
Yeah, I just did some work. Stayed in, mostly watched football. I got out for the Falcons game. Went to my brother's house. He had a little get-together. Did that.
How
So
does
it
that
was cool.
work? Well, how is it going to work for you next week? Because you're a Falcons fan and an Eagles fan.
No.
You're not a Falcons fan.
I'm an Eagles fan
You're
first
not a
and
Falcons
foremost.
The
fan.
rare 2-team.
I root for the Falcons.
And so you're
because
a
I'm from
Falcons
Atlanta.
fan and you're an Eagles fan
No.
and they play next week.
I'm
teams in
going
the
to
same
Eagles. I got an
conference.
Eagles jersey. I got Eagles t-shirts, hats.
But you're from Atlanta.
Yeah, I am. I'm a Braves and a Hawks fan.
Gotcha. And a Falcons fan.
Yeah. Are you from Dallas?
Hey, man.
You're
Hey,
from a
we
small
didn't-
town called Nashville,
we
Tennessee.
didn't have a team. And it's no
Exactly,
longer
and that's
a
why
small
you're probably a
town.
Lakers fan too, because y'all don't have shit.
No. I'm a Celtics fan.
Exactly.
Even
Just
better.
pick one big city because
Even
Nashville
better.
wasn't it.
And I'm a Miami Hurricane.
Oh, see,
You all
Jesus.
over the map.
You're all over the map. But yeah, the Eagles. I'm sorry, Eagles had to come to town next week and do what they're gonna do, but that's another comment.
Fair enough, man. We got a lot to get to, man. We got a really dope interview with producer Mr. Hanky. He's a vet in the game. He's been working for a long time. He's going to tell you how he got in the game and also how he managed to stay in the game this long with a big boy hit last year with Lil Duval shit.
Consistency.
Absolutely,
Living
man.
his best life.
Shout out to him. We're going to get to that a little bit later. But first, We've got some topics. Nicki Minaj, man, she took to Twitter, dropped a bomb last week. She announced her retirement from music, saying, and I quote, "I've decided to retire and have my family. I know you guys are happy now. To my fans, keep repping me. Do it to the death of me. X in the box because ain't nobody checking me."
Yes.
Bars on the way out.
Bars on the way out.
Love you for life. End quote. Now, we'll discuss whether you believe this to be true or not, but let's say it is. Let's say she retires. How will her legacy be remembered in hip-hop?
Nicki Minaj will go down as one of the best, especially female rappers, but just in general, she will be one of the first people that people talk about when they say women that wrote their bars, can back up their bars, have a history of holding their own with male MCs. So she'll go down in history for that. I fully believe it. Towards the end of her career, it was not, I guess, what some people would say it should have been, but I feel like she kind of maintained the same course throughout her career. There never was really a low point. I mean, she may have not as been as hot, but when you think about the other people that are calling it quits this year, and you think about where they started and where they are. When I say that, I mean Jeezy, Rick Ross, T.I. Like, those people are putting out their last albums and retiring, and they of course are on a lower level than they were when they started. Nicki, I don't think that's true. Even though there are more people in her lane now, she has more competition, it was never a point where Nicki wasn't an A-list star. So I think that's going to be one of the things that go down with her in the legacy that I commend her for.
Yeah, no, she'll go down as a top 5. We're talking female MCs before somebody gets mad that we're being specific.
There's no way you got 5 favorite female MCs.
Yeah, of course. I got 10. What are you talking about? I listen to everything, man.
You do like Gangsta
Expand
Boo.
your palette.
You like Gangsta Boo. So.
Gangsta Boo top 10. Okay. Yeah, you talking about?
You listen to everything,
has
but
to be.
Yes.
We'll see about that later.
I listen to everything hip-hop related.
Okay.
Now, Nicki will go down as a top 5 MC, probably top 3 female MC. If she had any competition, I'd probably say it'd be like an Eve or Lil Kim. But, of course, the knock on Kim, we know that she had a ghostwriter for probably her classic album, Hardcore. So that she's got an asterisk by her name. So Nicki will definitely go down as that. But you know what would also be part of her legacy, though, is how she went out. We saw kind of how she clashed with Cardi. When she finally got some competition, she clashed. And it kind of had a sour taste. It left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth because Cardi was almost in a sense the anti-Nicki because she came and would link up with other artists that you may not have heard of or weren't as big, whereas a Nicki would link up with a Katy Perry and people of that stature because she played to the Queen kind of brand that she had made for herself. So there's a little bit of a sour note toward the end if she does truly decide to hang it up and have a family, which is dope. Congratulations to her. I guess she's probably pregnant. She's pregnant right now or something? Possibly.
Those are rumors.
Okay. I knew the resident Barb would know.
Took you a while to get that out. I knew the
shout out to MX to the resident Barb for giving us the scoop on whether Nicki is pregnant. But I think if she does retire, she can do that radio shit, though. She can do that Queen radio for sure.
Yeah, I've heard that. Y'all give her too much credit for being entertaining in there. Like
she is.
I haven't listened to a whole episode of it once, and I ain't felt like I missed a thing.
I mean, that's how I felt about Drink Champs.
Yeah, I mean, but you listen to Drink Champs, though, right?
I ain't listened to the whole fucking episode.
I mean, but you don't try to act like, you sitting there acting like you've never enjoyed an episode of Drink Champs. I'm saying that I'm actually saying that about Queen Radio. I've never enjoyed an episode of that.
I think to her fan base, it works.
None. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. That literally means zero.
Come on, man.
That means nothing.
Context is everything, people.
Where's her legacy if she hangs up the mic?
I think she's top 2 female MC of all time.
Who's the second?
It's tough. It's between Kim and Foxy for me.
I thought you were going to say Lauryn Hill. I was going to be hot at you.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, Nicki has held her own on and bested male artists on records.
For sure.
Not many female artists have done it at all.
That's true. No, she ripped 2 Chainz on she ripped 2 Chainz on the Island of them strippers.
It don't exist.
What? Run that back.
Absolutely not. She ripped it, but she didn't rip 2 Chainz. She did have the best verse on Monster, what I think everybody could agree with on that.
She had a hot verse on Monster.
She
We got to stop.
the hottest verse on Monster.
She had the best verse on Monster, and she definitely killed 2 Chainz.
Thank you.
No, I don't know what
Come on, man.
This is coming from an AT alien.
Yeah,
I
come
don't
on.
remember that.
She ripped
I don't
that.
even remember her verse on them.
Yeah, she definitely had the best verse on Monster easily.
Yeah. Now, first of all, I got Eve fucked up.
I like Eve. Eve is in my top 5.
Eve ain't better than Nicki Minaj.
No, she's not better than Nicki Minaj at all. No.
Nah, like it ain't even close.
Nicki Minaj got some struggle bars, dog. We're not
She got a
gonna
lot of struggle bars,
No.
but I mean, let's not like.
Every artist, I can pick out Kanye Auntie Team. That's a struggle bar.
Kanye definitely, he got a CD full of struggle
Yeah.
bars.
What?
Actually, yeah, he does.
Kanye has 1 or 2 missteps.
Actually,
Okay,
no.
so
Bar-wise.
so keep it the same
Nicki
way.
has
Drake got struggle bars.
Yes.
Now we're just spitting blasphemy.
When he said, when the nigga, I just actually heard that this weekend on the mix, when he was like the color patches thing, like Charlemagne.
Never heard of it.
You know what the
Yeah.
fuck I'm talking about. You're light and dark like Charlemagne or some shit like
Nope.
that. He said.
Yeah, he did.
You
I
know
don't
what
recall.
mean. That shit was some slaw. You forgot it because it was on Sandra's Rose.
He ripped that though.
Yeah, he said something about Charlemagne that did not fit.
All I know is Laura Croft, like Laura. What was the shit? Laura Bencroft. What the fuck was that? That's what I'm going to remember her.
Okay, well,
Laura
now,
Bencroft.
but you're just hating because you actually I just gave you an example of Kanye saying so many aunties. We have an auntie team. That was whack.
That was a whack line.
Okay, but
That's funny.
you can't pick and choose now.
I won't. How many albums she have? 4? How many Kanye got? 10? Like,
It
come
doesn't
on.
matter though. Kanye also has ghostwriters.
We're not going to talk about that. So did Nicki. Fuck it. What up, Safari?
No, yeah, right.
Oh,
good.
And
man.
Safari can't even get his own shit popping. He's writing all this hot fire for
What's
Nicki.
good?
Yeah, right.
Now, let me ask you this. Lou, do you really believe that she's going to retire? You think this is it? We've heard no more. We're not going to hear any more from Nicki Minaj.
She gonna rap retire. I think she gonna do the whole. You may see the kid thing. She probably is going to get a lot more money for the reality show and having her baby and being pregnant than she probably would make off her next album. So I could see her taking 3 years, 4 years off.
Oh, my God.
And maybe trying to come back on some shit like that. But I could see, like, she's at a point where she could bow out. And though
sure.
you spoke about how she's kind of tailed off at the end, it's not as graceful as we would have liked it, but it's still salvageable to her to go out still an A-list celebrity. And I think that's the thought process.
Yeah, put some respect on Nicki's name.
Nah, listen, I fuck with Nicki Minaj, though.
Do you?
Yeah, to a certain extent. You know, I don't know how many times she can say somebody's her son. Y'all my sons, Phoenix. Y'all my like. Stop that shit. I'm done with.
Right,
She's ran to that well 30 times.
A lot of male MCs run things into the ground too. I don't hear the same criticism.
Yeah, well, none of them that we're talking about are retired. When we talked about Jeezy retiring, I criticized the shit out of him.
Talking about what now?
Jeezy.
Retiring.
Yes, when he said he hung it up with that album, I shitted on it because
Just like
it was
Ross.
trash.
Did you like Ross' last album?
Banging.
Okay. It's his retirement album. Enjoy it. nigga. Enjoy it.
Shout out to Nicki Minaj. She's not retiring. Y'all niggas is tripping.
Yeah, I don't think she can stay away for real.
She'll have this baby, and in
Nah,
9 months she'll have a new album.
Fam, like, people are subscribed to Nicki Minaj. I think she got a big enough fan base. She going to VH1 with the reality show.
Oh, she definitely can do that. Get the $2 million for the wedding
She
and the
ain't gonna
whole
have to-
nine.
Like, I don't think that she enjoys the competition of rap as much. So,
Yeah, because she got competition now. Everybody doesn't like competition.
and that's
don't do that.
what I'm saying. So that's why I think that she's going to stay away. She
No.
one of them. I'm taking my ball. I'm taking my ball
Going
and going home. I ain't
But
playing
none
with
of these
bitches.
none of these people can rap like Nicki though. None of them.
Remy Ma
It
can.
don't matter if they can rap like her. It matters if she has to share the spotlight, and she
Oh,
has
okay,
to
well
share
say that because y'all was saying like from a,
No, I'm just
skill
saying
standpoint.
she's not used to somebody being on the same level as her, and now they're
like
females.
popularity.
Yeah,
popularity, yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about
Like
we're
just
not talking
a,
about skills.
a
then.
presence. Period.
Yeah.
We're not talking about skills.
We talking about presence.
Okay, good. I just want to
Does
clear
that-
it up.
does this make sense?
Because she's not running from any skill fight with
No
any
one-
of these
I
whack
didn't say she
MCs
was.
that y'all talking about.
I'm saying that she's running from presence around her.
Okay, that's
she
fair.
don't want big presences around her. If that's a word, is presence is a word?
You just made it one.
Facts. Expeditiously, I just made
Nashville
that
Grammar
word.
School. Don't worry.
Facts. #1 public school in Nashville.
Whew, that's saying a lot.
That's
the
right, man.
49th ranked state in education.
That's Mississippi, not Tennessee, bro. Tennessee's up there.
I was just fucking with y'all.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was funny.
All right, moving on, man. Let's keep it in New York. Tekashi, his ex-manager, Shotty, got sentenced the other day to 15 years in prison after pleading guilty to firearm offenses related to 2 different incidents.
He got off light.
Woo. Now, Tekashi is set to testify next week against his former 9 Trey Gangsta Blood affiliates, September 17th, to be specific. Now, it's been heavily rumored that he won't do nearly as much time as Shotty since he is cooperating. Now that he's been out of sight, out of mind for a minute, do you think he still has a chance at a music career?
I said this before and I'll say it again. No, absolutely not. Unless he coming out doing like Justin Bieber type music and switch his whole style up, switch his hair and all of that. I just don't see people continuing to get hype. Like it just ain't gonna be the wave no more, especially as quickly as people get over shit now. He's a product of like viral sensation. He's a product of social media. He's a product of a newer generation that really don't have long to palate you. And with you fighting cases and going back and forth, and now you got this snitch shit and old heads are challenging them because they like him, people going to be like, you know what, fuck it. I ain't dealing with him. And I just think that's where he is now. It's going to play out. He going to do his time, and he going to get out and go live happily ever after with the money that he made.
Yeah, he ain't got no money left. Like them lawyers eating that up like Pac-Man.
Yeah, bro. He going to be working at a local bodega.
He gonna be able to like be good, all right?
No,
like, he ain't gonna have to work again.
No, he gonna have to work. He's definitely gonna have to work again.
He got like a platinum song, right?
Bro.
What's but I don't know how much he was getting off of that shit.
And you know how much he was spending? They eating through that.
Yeah, he was already getting robbed.
They said you could live the rest of your life off platinum song. I'm just telling you.
You can if it's managed properly.
He got more than one then, right?
And shows are a part of that too. Okay. Making money off shows, which you can't do right now.
That's true. Maybe he can go overseas then.
That's to my point. I think he can still come out and have
ain't no way in hell.
A minuscule rapping career. I'm gonna tell you why. You just mentioned what day and age we are. We're also in a day and age where people don't give a shit about the snitching and all that. Like, not his fan base. They don't care about that, bro. If you coming out hype and you turned up, he can do some EDM shit, bro. That fan base doesn't give a shit if you in a courtroom pointing a nigga out on fucking deposition or whatever. They don't care about that shit, bro. Young millennials don't give a damn, bro. They would do the same thing in that scenario.
I mean, you might be right about that, but it's no way in hell. There's no way in hell he comes out and have a career.
I don't think they care. I just don't think that he's gonna have the ability to make the music anymore. Like it's not gonna be as popular. It won't be like people not gonna like react to it in the same way just because he's so far removed from what was making it good.
Yeah, that was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, it was all like everything that came with what he's going to trial for made that music good, and that shit is no longer gonna be around. And I don't think people gonna pay attention to it.
Yeah, he was used as a pawn.
Clearly,
I mean, he was used as a front. It's like a business front. He was used as that.
He's the mascot,
as like a storefront for illegal businesses. They used him for that. That's why he had all this backup. He was running around. His name is Daniel Hernandez, man. We got pictures of you, man. You was nobody, man. You were never in these streets like that, man. I don't know why people thought. I mean, real people didn't think it was true, but
some people were
crazy
fooled,
though. He got like Fifi went 8 times platinum.
Nicki Minaj eating half of that.
Nah. Fifi went 8 times platinum. Gummo went 2 times platinum.
Bro,
Kuda went gold. Kiki went gold. I've never heard these songs, by the way.
Yeah, but we don't know what I'm saying is we don't know the paperwork behind it. And I say this because
he probably could have the worst paper. No. He could have standard artist paperwork and be good for the rest of his life.
Now, he mentioned this I think in the Breakfast Club interview about the money, all the money he spent.
Yeah, at first. Oh, the money he spent on security and stuff.
Lawyers, spending fees, family. He said he was spending. Yeah,
he ain't the first artist to spend money, though. Y'all come on.
But what I'm saying is a part of making that money is shows, though, bro.
Right, that's
true.
That's true, but there's still checks going to be coming in the mail to him is what I'm saying.
Perfect example, T-Pain said he ran through $40 million.
Yeah. Bad real estate investment.
This nigga ain't make $40 million.
No?
He ain't had no real estate investment either. But no, I totally get what you guys are saying as far as it's gonna be hurtful, but the nigga ain't going to work at Walmart is what I'm saying.
He got to figure something out. Because he got a big 6'9" on his face, bro. He not gonna do
get all that laser. He need to get laser removal, a buzz cut.
That nigga probably got great credit too.
Yeah. He need to get something.
Daniel Hernandez has great fucking credit,
bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna
whatever new name they give him for the
witness protection
might have good credit.
He's gonna go overseas, do some EDM shit, and just roll out live out this time.
Nobody's gonna waste their time. The producer's not gonna waste their time. Nobody want to work
overseas.
With him. Nobody's gonna want to work with him.
Yeah, man.
Overseas?
Man's not hot.
Bro, they not
how many years late, dude?
You think overseas? You think people in London and all that are excluded from what we're hearing?
Yeah, I think they're behind with it.
No,
They
sir.
seen the news, bro.
They
They're
know
not
what's going
following
on.
it like this, though.
You don't
Sir.
think they know he's in jail right now?
Yeah, they probably know. They probably forgot. He's out of sight, out of mind to them, is what I'm saying.
Hey, you think gonna come back out?
Yeah, and they're going to be like, oh, shit, I forgot about dude.
No.
Maybe.
Everybody going to Google and, let me see what, he told. Never mind. What?
Yeah,
No.
bro. Yes.
No.
Nah, it's just like he's not gonna have the same.
He won't even get a
support system.
platform.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like,
He's not gonna have a platform.
there's no way.
Vlad will talk to him.
Vlad will 1,000,000% talk to him.
Thank you.
All right, so all right,
You'd watch that, too.
all right. Let's play this out. So
That's must-see TV.
let's say he does get a call to go overseas and do a show, right?
Okay.
What he doing? Like hiring security? Like who's going with it?
Nah, he can't afford that.
That's what I'm
Who's
saying.
gonna be the opening
like,
act?
is he going dolo?
Yeah.
It'd be like a little small bullshit-ass club, bro. He
Nah.
taking them little 10, 15 racks.
What he
If
gonna
them
perform in
niggas
a
are calling
club?
you overseas, they robbing you.
Yeah, facts.
I want if a nigga calling you to do a club in Europe, nah, bro.
Yeah, it's over with for him, man.
If it ain't a stadium or better, bro, you ain't even catching that.
He better get
plane,
that
nigga.
diploma while he in that motherfucker.
Man.
I just don't see it, man. Like I just
His
don't
real
see
estate
him
license.
having. He ain't even gonna be able to move around.
For
like,
real,
really,
man.
like
Can
he
I take
need
your
to,
order,
man.
please?
Nah, he got money though. He gonna be able to get him a nice house, like a
No,
cool little
a house.
a cool gig. I said a nice house. I ain't say houses.
Where is he gonna live?
He gonna have a cool gig. He gonna live like in the
Arizona?
suburbs. He gonna do something in music, like his people connect.
He gonna have to move to Wyoming.
He gonna have where you can be like, damn, what'd you do? Like he have all these plaques sitting. Like 10 years from now, motherfuckers gonna be like, damn, what'd you do? Oh, I was Tekashi 6ix9ine. He gonna look like a
Bro,
totally
not
different
if he
person.
in no Fed program, he ain't doing none of that.
Ah, he ain't gonna do 10 years fed. If dude got 15, and if dude
No, I'm
got
talking
15,
about witness protection.
he ain't going to witness protection.
he gonna
'cause
need it. They gonna
Everybody
be at his
already
head,
know
though.
telling.
Oh, they at his head.
Oh, you talking about the Bloods?
Nigga, he had made
Ah,
a
yeah.
ton of enemies. Nigga, he come
Yeah,
out
that's what I'm
at his
saying.
head.
They gonna forget about him too. They gonna let him move.
Exactly.
They gonna let him live in Topeka, Kansas,
Yeah, he
or
gonna have
wherever
to.
it may be.
Exactly. He
Ain't
gonna have
nobody
to-
going looking for the
Yeah,
nigga.
he gonna have to live in
Nigga
Albuquerque.
ain't that important. Ain't nobody going to look
He'll have
for
to
the
cook
nigga.
meth in Albuquerque.
He might.
Man, real quick before we get to this music break and this interview with producer Mr. Hanky, let's talk Lonzo Ball. Now, while in an interview with Big Boy, Lonzo Ball, the topic switched from basketball to music when his 2017 "Nobody Listens to Nas Anymore" comment caused an uproar. That came up. Now, he doubled down on that, saying Nas is a legend, but he doesn't know anybody that listens to him. And that Future has more classics
He's got a good point.
than the Queensbridge MC. My question is simple. Fact or fiction, Future has more classics than Nas.
He said classic or hits?
Classics.
I thought he said hits.
Nas has what, one classic? Or how many are we classics?
Are we doing about songs or just-
Albums.
I
saying
think he
albums.
was talking about songs though.
Okay. Well, I mean, whichever. Albums or songs, who has more classic songs?
Oh, Future got way more classic songs than Nas. Like, I ain't even gonna joke around with you. And I totally can see why Lonzo Ball keeps saying this. What I don't understand is why people continue to ask Lonzo Ball this question and then they're surprised. Like, dude is like 20 years old. Like, it's niggas my age that don't listen to Nas and think that he's boring. So I know it's a generation of niggas that's throwing that shit out of the window if it was a CD.
Right.
So like, I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but he gets such a hard time for just like this. This is matter of fact for his generation. Like, he's not the only person that thinks that is in his age group. Shit, they probably thinking about Hove. If it wasn't for Beyonce, a lot of people in Lonzo Ball age group would be like, man, get that shit out of here.
Possibly.
I feel like that people want their legends to like continue to have the same impact throughout generations, and that's just not possible because things change.
You got to think, though, too, hip-hop is still relatively young. So this is the first batch of, like, for real deal, legitimate hip-hop legends. Like, I know, obviously, people came before them.
Yeah.
You know, hip-hop, the hippie, all that. But, like, for real deal, universal acclaim, hip-hop is on fire. These are the legends of the game. Nas, Jay-Z, Big, Pac. So when people come out and say something against them, whether they're 12 or 32, people are like, what the, oh my God, because it's really their first time. This is their first set of young millennials hearing the golden age of hip-hop. And and people's minds can't process how somebody would think that something is trash. I remember when people used to be like, Jay was trash when I was coming up. I didn't understand. I was like, what? Like, how?
Who said
what are
that?
you talking about? Now niggas used to argue us down
It was
saying
a
Project
nigga
Pat was
MTSU
better than
told us.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, it was a nigga MTSU that told us Project Pat was better than Jay-Z.
And was
But
dead serious.
I would have walked off on Holmes.
we was in Live for a Club. I never forget that. I liken it too, though,
He
when
had no
people
bitches.
that are older that listen to our show kind of give us a hard time and say why you guys started Doggy Style. It's
Right.
so we can prevent ourselves from looking like Lonzo Ball. I don't want to be sitting up here comparing. I'm gonna be really facetious here. Master P to KRS-One.
Right.
But that's my preference because I wasn't born in that era.
that's
I'm
right.
not saying that
That's
he's a
true.
better MC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Master P had more of an impact on me than KRS-One did.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that Lonzo Ball is saying.
Yeah, it's a generational thing. I
Yeah.
mean, if you talk about albums, I put it up. If you talk about albums, we know Illmatic is a classic,
We don't.
regardless of what.
But go ahead.
Regardless
It's
of what,
recognized as
it's
that.
recognized as a classic by everyone in hip hop who has ears. And
Or,
okay, and some
or if
people
you're from New York.
or
but
some
go ahead.
people consider
Stillmatic.
no.
That's 5 mics.
I am.
Yeah, they gave Stillmatic 5
I
mics off the
am.
strength.
Okay.
I think I Am would be the other one that's closest.
I mean,
to
you
a
can say
classic.
Nas has a couple classics.
No,
Me,
actually, you can. You can say that he has maybe one or two.
well, he's definitely
That's
has
what
one.
you can. Okay, we can stop there.
Yeah, but I'm
you
saying-
said a couple. Definitely
Okay,
a
I said
couple.
he can do 1 or 2. You just said 1 or 2, right?
One, but so
Just said
so
1 or 2.
how many does Future have?
He has one.
DS2?
One album. Yeah, just
Dirty
one
Sprite
album.
too.
He got a classic mixtape though.
That's true.
So
Nas ain't got no classic mixtape.
Well, that don't. I mean, we're not.
got
Don't do that. Don't do
classic.
that. So
He
I
got
mean,
a classic
DS2 is
lost
just
tape.
Future's only classic album. So I mean,
And that's
but I
debatable.
can understand
let me ask
why.
y'all this: if you were to ask Future privately and be like, "Hey, bro, are you a better rapper than Nas?" What do you think he would say?
No.
You think he would say no?
Yeah, he grew up in Dungeon Family, bro. He know what bars look like.
I 1,000,000% think that he better than Nas.
You've asked him if he gone off a bar or some shit, then he may say
Completely sober as he is. I think that he would say that. What you think?
No, I mean, no.
You know, he an Atlanta nigga. He know
No.
Future an Atlanta nigga.
What you think he would say?
ain't-
No, he's not better.
I'm not. He wouldn't say he was better than Nas. Just out of respect.
I don't think so
I
either.
don't
Though.
believe that. I don't believe that.
Bro,
Y'all
he
give
grew up
Future
around a dungeon. He grew up around bar. Remember how Future used to rap?
facts.
Like, let's not.
But let's see. But look at how high he's ascended from
for
then,
sure,
though.
for sure. Off
I-
of that style, auto tune and all of that shit.
Yeah.
But he don't even. I mean, he don't even really use autotune like that no more. Though.
Yeah, no. But that took him to where he needed to get to. You know what I'm
That
saying?
one song, Rex on Rex.
That's fact.
Well, I mean,
Because Pluto really. I mean, a Dirty Sprite, the original Dirty Sprite, didn't really have autotune on it like that, and that's what took him out.
but see that mixtape run. That's what his astronaut status is classic. That's a classic mixtape.
Classic.
Ain't nowhere.
My mama said, "Fuck it, nigga, hit the streets and live." And that shit hard as
That
fuck.
shit hard. That shit is hard. He might be better than Nas. No, I'm
That
capping.
shit used to ring
Boy,
off in the club.
Yeah,
Boy,
that
what?
motherfucker
They
slap.
played that. Oh my god.
Nah, that shit was hard. What Nas song rung off in the club?
One mic.
If I ruled the world.
One mic.
Nah, if I ruled the
Oh,
world.
nah, for sure.
I
That's
ruled-
a
Uchi Wally was a club banger. Don't act like it
Quit.
Relax.
It was a club. Y'all played that.
nigga in the 5 boroughs, nigga. Yes,
Right. In Queens, specifically.
Real.
niggas ain't playing.
Rhode
with-
Island, they was.
I've been to
Sin
Sin City and they played
Been where?
Uchi Wally. Sin
I can see
City
that,
in the
though.
Bronx in the strip club. I've been
Exactly,
there.
the Bronx.
They played it.
Yeah,
Man,
Uchi Wally.
that's the extent, dude.
Yeah, y'all let us know, man.
What's
I'm
your price?
interested. Stop. No, stop. The song with Genuine? Fuck out
That's
of
a
here.
joke.
Man, y'all let us know because I'm curious to know, and we'll probably put this up on the IG or something. Who has more classic? And we'll say albums just to keep it simple.
I mean, if his albums, I mean,
it's a tie.
it's like a
Albums
tie.
and songs. Future got more.
I feel
classic
he got more
songs
more
than
hits.
Nas, easy.
Future has more hits.
Then
Easy.
that means
What-
Future over
Does
Nas.
Nas
then.
have a March Madness?
No.
Nas ain't got a March Madness, dude.
doesn't.
Like that's it.
But Nas has hits, so don't do that.
He
If
ain't
I
got
Rule
no
the World
March
is a
Madness.
classic. If I Rule the World is a classic.
Right with the
hit,
world
that's
classic,
a
One
fact.
Mic is a classic. All that's classic.
Yeah.
That's facts, but they ain't March Madness. Though. That's all.
March
I'm
Madness
saying.
is a vibe. No, it's just
fact.
That's a fact.
It's a definite vibe.
What music break do we got here, sir? What is the first joint?
First joint we got this week comes from Childish Major. This is called Pull Up Game Crazy off of that new project.
Let's hear it.
Check it out.
Hey, man, we are back. That was Childish Major. Pull up game crazy. How you feel about it?
Man, if I were 15, this would be a vibe, as you say.
15.
Yeah,
You shouldn't have no vibes at 15.
Nah, I'm saying this reminds me of like a high school song, like some shit that a nigga would make. I see what people be talking about now when they talk about the song on J. Cole's 2014, where he losing his virginity or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like some kiddie shit. It ain't bad, but it's
song
just
dope
like
to me.
I understand what you mean by that, though.
I'm not.
I actually like the song, and I like his project.
Yeah,
too.
this is from his Dirt Road Diamond project. It came out last week.
That's a
The
dope
whole
title.
project
Yeah,
is
it's hard.
is dope. Shout out to Childish Major. He put up some good music in that.
The project is dope. I do understand if I was in college, it would hit different, though.
Yes.
Yes, if,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I was in college, this would definitely hit a whole lot different.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I did like it,
Yeah.
though.
This
for
song
sure.
stood out to me.
It's good.
So I was.
It's very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Absolutely, man. All right, now we said we had a special guest in the building. Let's go ahead and cut to Mr. Hanky, super producer, man.
Talk to him.
Man, I told you we had a special guest in the building, right? All right, this man right here today.
Yeah.
Producer credits a mile long.
Yes.
Mile long.
Having worked with Jeezy.
I'm talking about 285 long during traffic jam. It took
Gucci.
me so long. You know what I mean?
Listen, Nicki, Dolph, not to mention, Song of the Summer last year with Lil Duval Smile?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily song or something.
We got super producer Mr. Hanky in the building. Welcome to the show, my
Hey,
guy.
what's happening, man? I'm glad to be here, man. OndeckTV finally made it, man.
Yes, sir.
sir.
We appreciate you. We
Finally.
definitely appreciate you,
I
man.
like this setup, man. It's dope.
Hey, we
Nice.
appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Now, look, before we get into kind of like the surprise success of the Duval record, we know you get asked that all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
But we want to take it back a little bit, though. What was kind of your earliest memories of music?
The first early memories was like just like, playing in the band here in Atlanta growing up around music. So I got a deep appreciation for
What you
all
play in the
music.
band?
I played trumpet, man.
Okay.
Shout out to all my, band members and stuff. Shout out my boy John Gills just checking in. Y'all gonna hear a lot from him real soon.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, he another Atlanta native, went to Mays, West Side. So, but yeah, just that whole thing is just like it's deep. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And what's crazy is I wasn't even honestly trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? It kind of literally fell in my lap, man. I came out of school, thought I was gonna be in the NBA, and
That didn't quite happen.
Wait, what position did you play?
Shit.
I played everything, man.
Oh, man.
I was fire.
Can you beat Twin?
Yeah,
Punish
He
him.
light
Okay.
skinned, bro.
Gotcha. This is true.
Come on,
I just
man.
had to make sure you checked all the way out, man. I
Come
can
on,
see
man.
it.
Look at this guy, man.
Yeah.
Same thing I
light-skinned,
said.
The most
man.
handsome man in the room. Man. Holla at me.
We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing.
All right, yeah.
So
Exactly.
your NBA dreams didn't work out. And
Yeah,
at what
'cause, I
point,
didn't even make the high school team for real. So
Oh,
I was
shit.
playing on the church team, but I was still fire.
Oh, wait.
them church bucket bags, the church league ain't nothing to play with, man. Don't do church league like that.
LeBron played in the church league.
Yeah, you can't beat me if you play only in the church.
That's funny. So look, basketball dreams
gonna get
obviously
back to
didn't work. Yeah, we're gonna do that. When did you start realizing, like you say in high school, that you wanted to start going towards music?
When I played in the band and I played really good playing trumpet and stuff. So I went to Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay.
Joined the Human Jukebox, cut my hair off, all that good stuff. Did some stuff.
Yeah, live the Southern life, the college life.
Yeah, just some, the hazing and stuff.
Alone.
All that good stuff.
What
Can't
you
talk
listening to around that gap?
Masterpiece, Shirley Caesar, all that. I was everywhere with it.
You was out in Southern Louisiana.
Mhm.
What, like he said, what were you listening to? Like, what was real heavy locally down there? Like, did you get to hear some early Boosie or
Yeah.
what was that on? Okay.
Yeah,
What year
but
were you down
When
there?
I came down there, I came down in '98.
Okay.
98.
And,
So P was cracking.
Clearly.
But this was crazy, man. At the time, man, that's the first time I really heard of Cash Money. You know what I'm saying?
What's
And
Southern at?
Southern in Baton Rouge, Louisiana,
Baton Rouge,
about 60
okay.
miles from New Orleans,
Gotcha.
right down the street. But make a long story short, man, they, I've heard of Cash Money. I had the Big Timers album, but then Juvenile 400 Degrees had just dropped, right?
Yeah.
So
Classic album.
our first party going to on campus, bro, it was crazy. Like they played the whole 400 Degrees album from start to finish.
You can do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
You can do that.
it was legendary.
That's a
you know?
classic. That's a
That's
classic.
classic. For sure.
It was.
You don't do that.
It was start to finish. It's still right to this day.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah,
That's
so,
a fact.
And then like the whole Master P thing, all that was cool. So it's just that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How early did you start DJing?
So I started DJing by mistake. While I was at Southern, my boy Uncle Buck, shout out Uncle Buck, he's a white boy from New Orleans, and he played in the band too. So his name was Uncle Buck. I got my name from the band too, Mr. Hanky. But anyway, he was DJing at the time, and he became SGA president. Okay,
David Manor was SGA president.
Yeah, David
down
Lavelle Crump. Shout out to Lavelle Crump. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So he's another Southern night, and basically, make a long story short, he couldn't DJ no more, and I was his roommate. So he was like, "Oh man, I can't DJ," and they was like, "Oh, we got to do the welcome party for the freshmen." I was like, "Nigga, I do that shit."
Yeah.
Shit, what you mean? He's like, I do that.
go.
That's easy. Come on, son.
Yeah.
So I did it, and that was it. I took his job
That quick.
just that quick.
Yeah.
He didn't care though. It was cool, and it just went from there. So honestly, during that time, my boy Takari, who was like one of the Kappas down there, He used to host all the parties. His name is Takari Hatch. His brother was an up-and-coming rapper named Boosie.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
Boosie,
seen
bro.
Boosie come from like
Youngest of the
start
camp.
to-
Yeah,
when he was rapping with this dude named CeeLo
Yep.
out of
I
Baton
remember
Rouge.
that.
So
Concentration camp.
Concentration.
Uh-huh.
Y'all
Yeah,
know.
we on there.
Oh yeah, this was the biggest Boosie fan in the
Yes,
world.
sir.
Right?
That's my
Wow.
guy. That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, so-
100%.
Yeah, it was just that type of thing, man. It grew from there.
So
know.
when you started, you took his DJing gig on
Yep.
campus. Do you recall, like, you know how people do in college, your freestyling sessions? You recall like who the
Yeah.
cold rappers was? Was you the guy to go to for the beats at that point, or was it somebody
Exactly.
else on deck? How was campus life?
Campus life was cool, man. Like, it actually started in my last year in the band,
Mhm.
and literally, man, I came. We was riding on the way trip on the bus. They're like, man, where that beat CD at? We was rapping to, and that was it.
Freestyle session.
Right. So
Yeah,
we
so
rapping from here to Tallahassee, Baton Rouge to Tallahassee, just freestyling the whole time. A bunch of Texas people saying, "Man, hold up." Shout out.
Swinging down on them
Swinging
things.
down,
on them
man.
things, man.
Yeah.
I'm down a slab.
They really
man.
can't freestyle, be honest.
Nah,
They
nah,
can't
nah,
freestyle.
nah. They give.
Wait.
No, the
Y'all,
flip.
Lil Flip was the
But it
freestyle
was slick
king, wasn't
basic. Though. It was basic.
It was
If we being
basic as
100,
he? Y'all was
Yeah.
calling him the freestyle
No,
king.
we weren't. Not in Atlanta.
You were a
He
big
called himself
freestyle.
the freestyle king.
Okay,
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Like
Yeah.
they
All right.
whole thing is based around. It's like a template freestyle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, man, hold up. So you ain't got to do nothing feeling like the next part.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah, nobody
They go
knows.
for a long time, but they ain't really just killing.
You really
it
can't
like
even say the name Lil Flip in Atlanta for sure.
Right.
I ain't
Who?
mad at
Lil
that.
who?
I ain't mad at that.
that. So when did you kind of turn into turntables for the beat machine for real?
So it all happened. I came home during the Christmas break, and one of my partners, my boy John Boy, he grew up with the Yin Yang twins.
Word.
Yeah.
So it just that same beat CD everybody was riding around to. I came home and went on a road away trip with them, and
You made the BCD that y'all was freestyling to?
yeah.
Okay.
So that's all.
What made you do that though? Like, what made you like go from doing the DJ like I'm gonna put these beats on this CD and see if people like it?
I mean, we were just doing it just for freestyle purposes.
Gotcha. So you made the beat strictly
Yeah, I
for y'all to
just- yeah,
freestyle
we'll
on.
just-
Cool.
Were they
know.
slapping though?
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
It was going crazy.
Alright, okay.
So make a long story short, that's what happened. And I came home and people was like, I like your beats.
Mhm.
And they was like, man, can I buy them from you? I was like, okay, cool.
Mm.
And I didn't know people got paid to actually really do this.
What year was this?
This is like 05, 06.
05, 06. Okay.
Yeah.
How did that turn into getting with College Park? That seemed like a big jump.
Yeah, it was. It was really like a real big jump. Like,
Yeah.
But the shit, like I said, I tell people it's really a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I knew it was meant to be.
Right.
Mhm.
Because it literally fell in my lap. And my boy, like I said, John Boy, shout out John Boy on the track. He was like, man, he was childhood friends with Kane and Yin Yang twins.
Word.
And so it just so happened
Okay.
College Park was working on Jeezy album.
Mm-hmm.
And he had, I think, worked on the Trap Star, that record. Then he came back. He was like, yo, Jeezy want another one. Something like Trap Star. So that's when I did the What You Talking About record on the second, on the Inspiration. It was a crazy record.
Yeah.
And then I worked with this group called Cadillac Boys out of Macon. They had the song All Boom, and they were signed to this dude with this company called D-Lo Entertainment, which is now, Kirk and Rashida.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So it's crazy seeing like Love and Hip Hop and all that stuff.
When you
Like, I
knew
know
it from
all
back in
them.
the day.
Yeah.
Like,
Come full circle.
What was the
You
name
know,
of the group
Kurt-
from Macon?
yeah.
Cadillac Boys?
Yeah. Tex James,
I ain't never
I ain't familiar.
Skinny P, this
There's
is
some niggas from Macon cussing
a
us
lot
out
of-
right now.
Yeah,
'cause
they
we
hot
don't
at
know
us
who
right
that
now. We
is.
don't know who they are. My bad.
Yeah,
Shout out to them.
they pop shout out to everybody in Macon, but yeah, man, it's just that type of situation, man. So one thing led to another, and people just started paying me for beats. I was like, oh shit, you get paid for this?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna do it anyway, but okay, you go pay me, cool.
Was that Jesus on your first big look?
Oh yeah. It was crazy too, man, because that's the first time we ever got sued for something.
Damn, that was quick.
So it wasn't a sample, but I replayed something that sounded like Teddy Pendergrass. Dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-da-dum.
Okay.
That's all I put in the song. Dun, dun, dun. That part ain't even from Teddy Pendergrass. It was just that first part. Boom, 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 boom.
And they picked up on that just like that.
Man, them folk came back and said, we want 80% of the song.
Jesus.
They get it. They got you.
Yeah, they got it.
You ain't got no leverage at that point.
Yeah,
It's already
it's
out.
because you
out.
already
Yeah,
used
I ain't
it.
got
Similar
no-
to the for real
it's
situation.
out, and then it wasn't no digital thing back then, so they had pressed these up. They out there.
Yeah,
Man, I was going to ask you about that too, because I know you did a couple of the joints, like the California joint. That's a sample though, right?
Yeah.
And the On My Way.
On the way, living my best
Smile.
life, all of them.
Yeah. So
samples.
does that deter you from doing that? Knowing, because I even read about your boy that did Lil Nas X joint. They say he got like $30 off of his joint because that's a sample in Old Town Road.
Yeah,
but it's already done took off, and
he
so,
made $30 off the Old Town Road
because he bought it online on one of them services.
Yeah, the little dude. You know, a lot of these younger guys, man. That's why I want to just start talking to them, man, because they be really like this new generation. I don't want to sound like the old mad nigga, but I'm gonna sound like this a $1 billion industry. So why are you selling your stuff for less than what it's worth? $30? What you gonna do with $30?
Well, let me play devil's advocate here, because young
I gotta
niggas.
hear this.
I mean, yeah, because I know a couple producers, and I know similar, like seeing them come up, how difficult the struggle may be. And
Right.
these, no offense, but y'all niggas don't like to get no jobs, like a real job. So the gap in between selling your beats and actually getting on, like that $30 sound good. Or
It
something,
add
you
up
know what
after
I'm
a
saying?
while.
Like it don't be worth it. I give you that. I'm saying that part, but you said you ain't really go through that producer struggle. You got placed almost immediately.
But you gotta understand, like, I'm a smart nigga. You know
are?
what I'm saying? So I'm like, I didn't realize it. I thought about it the other day. Like, I literally be strategically placing myself
Where you need to
amongst
be.
people subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? To where it's got to make sense. Like, I don't know if it's some bougie East Side stuff. I don't know.
Oh, that's why M extra bougie. Y'all East Side people bougie.
Is that what that is?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Gotcha.
you
I
know,
got you.
we come from a little bit,
Gotcha.
We
That
ain't
makes
really
sense.
graded babies, you know.
What's it like working with College Park? Like, what's the situation? It's a team, right?
Yeah. But back then we had this group called the Package Store. It was 4 producers, me, my boy John Boy, my dude Swole, and Tom Slick. They all very talented. Everybody was talented. But the thing about it was, it wasn't nothing bad. It was just the shit. It took off so quick, and because we was with College Park, he was still a producer himself. So you gotta keep in mind, we got Soulja Boy.
Yep.
We got
VIC.
and you gotta understand, we was literally at the forefront of all that's going on right now. Soulja Boy started the whole internet thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was we was really adjusting the whole time like a deer in headlights. Like, okay, what's YouTube? Soulja Boy like, I don't know what YouTube is.
Yeah.
Oh, he making checks like this,
Yeah.
and that, overhand, over fist.
Coming in.
You know what I'm saying? So
he put y'all on game a little
yeah,
bit.
he put everybody on game.
Yeah.
The world on
100%
game.
he
The
did.
world,
Yeah.
the whole world owed Soulja Boy a check.
Yep.
Like, for
That's
real.
what he said. He said that.
He
Big
talking
Draco.
shit on the Breakfast
He
Club.
said
Draco.
He talking Big Draco.
Yep.
Shout out Big
Let's
Draco,
go, Big
man. When you
Draco.
coming home, come to Hanky's house party, man. We got you.
Free Big Draco.
Free Big Draco.
I was just about to say, when you see him on Breakfast Club and things of that nature, he was doing reality TV for a little minute too, right?
Yes, he was on
Yeah,
Love and
yeah.
Hip Hop.
Of course.
Wait, did you see the longevity with him early? Because he was a teenager. He was 15, 16, wasn't
Yeah, he was 15, 16 when we first started working with. So this was crazy. When we signed with College Park, it was 2006, I want to say.
he? Okay.
And he was on the end of his last Yin Yang record. Yin Yang was finishing up their contract with College Park Music, about to be independent. And he has found Hurricane Chris with A Baby.
Yep.
And while A Baby was going crazy, he's like, yo, I got this little dude, man, on the internet. He came in there with his laptop, played it. He played it, y'all treat, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is that?
What the fuck? Yeah.
But it was hard though, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was like, who is that?
Yeah.
He's like, nigga, Soulja Boy, that's our new dude. I was like, okay, you know, it was like, okay, cool, whatever. Basically, that's how it went down, man. And literally, man, he signed him like, I want to say like July or something. And it was June. I take that back, it was June. And man, Crank That came out and it
Blew up.
crazy. So you
Yeah.
gotta understand, like your first real taste of the industry, you start off here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You talking about you or Soulja Boy? Both of y'all.
All of us.
Yeah, all of y'all. Yeah.
Like we just signed, got our little,
Yeah.
advance check. Shout out to College Park. Them, they cut us a check. You know, and it wasn't no life changing shit, but you know,
something to play with.
It wasn't no $30. You know,
Right?
What I mean?
Yeah.
It was 4-5 digits.
It gave you some opportunities.
4-5 digits. You go buy a car with it.
You gonna move around. Yeah.
And you know, I tell people all the time, just be realistic, because I ain't really have shit at the time. No real crazy placements at the time. So, I wasn't even expecting none of that.
Right.
Yeah.
He like, oh yeah, man, here you go, dog.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Imagine, man.
You gotta start making beats, bro.
I need some.
But yeah, that's basically what happened, man. It just went from there, man. So it's Soulja Boy, you know, on top of the world, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Cooking. Paint the picture when you are getting those placements on Jeezy and all those other cats. Are you in the studio with them and you crafting it like that, or
Sometimes, you know, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be like that. You know, it's just, you know, it just depends on the situation, man. But most of the time it's a lot of emails now.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't nobody in the studio with nobody no more.
What's your preference? Do you prefer to be there?
You know, depending on who it is, like somebody like Duval, yeah. You know,
Of course.
Yeah.
That's a fun
He,
session.
he just a vibe in itself.
Yeah.
You know, he don't be tripping on nothing. He just
Lil Duval smart in the motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he's smart. He's smart.
Super smart. Shout out to Duval.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that was the last artist I really was in the studio, and what was dope about that, you know, we literally just pieced together the record like 3 sessions at a time. Right. We did an old school way, not even realizing it.
Really?
Yeah, we did the smile bitch, and then from there we did on the next session. That's when Snoop sent his vocals in, and I went to the restroom, came back. He was bouncing around the studio talking about I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you. I'm like, what is that?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So that wasn't even included at first.
That wasn't even included at first. He was like, you think I should leave it in there? I was like, that's the song right there.
Yeah.
The smile part cool, but
Yeah.
that part right there sound like
that's what sold it.
Nah, that's what make it.
yeah. So
People say it every day.
yeah,
You know
still
what I'm
to this day. Now that's a phrase now.
even if they ain't living their best life,
They still
singing it. Like
they ain't going back and forth with
they
you.
ain't going back and forth. with
Their
none
worst
of
life, and hell, you would never know.
Yeah, be out here struggling, boy.
Did you know it was a smash when you heard it though? Or
Yeah.
you just really?
Yeah, I can't even fret.
Yep.
For real. That is one of them.
If you ever run into him, I got on his nerves about it.
Yeah.
I was like, hey dog, this thing ain't finna go. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be cool. I was like, nah, bro, we gotta do paperwork and all. He's like, man, we ain't gotta do all that, man. We just gonna do it for the gram, you know, put it out there real quick for the ecosystem.
Yeah.
I like, man, this thing
Now
finna
you like,
blow.
nah, my nigga, come on.
No, seriously,
Let's
fam.
do the paperwork now.
So it was funny, like about 2 weeks, he put the song out. Maybe about 2 weeks after he put the song out, Radio Caller, we didn't have a clean version for it. That's what was crazy.
I remember because at first it wasn't called. It was just Smile Bitch.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And then I think it added the smile, living my best life in parentheses, something of that nature.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what really, you know, it was really just that.
Yeah.
So literally, man, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So literally he called me, matter of fact, I was right here on Count Creek at the Juicy Crab with the roaches. You know.
Roaches.
Y'all ain't heard about that?
Nah.
Go look at Killer Mike Instagram.
Ah, man, when was
Yeah.
this?
He said-
Recently.
Like 2 days ago.
Ah, man.
They
Damn.
had roaches all on the table.
Oh,
That's not a good look, Juicy Crab.
damn,
Yeah.
Juicy Crab. Did you just say
tripping.
the location too?
Yeah,
Shit.
right around the corner.
Jeez.
Oops.
But,
But he went in and straightened it out with the owners and everything.
okay, they straightened it
Killer
out.
Mike,
Okay.
Killer Mike posted yesterday. that
They ain't
everything was
straightened
all
no
good.
roaches out in 2 days.
You feel good about going there and eating right now?
I don't
They
eat that, but I'm just saying.
straightened
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm
I'm good.
super straight.
So how long does it take from when you record something to when we see it, when the public see it? Have y'all been sitting on that for a minute?
Nah, man. What was funny when we finally finished the Living My Best. We finally finished the Living My Best Life record. All right, we just had a rough. It wasn't mixed or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, you know, we got it from the studio. I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay, I want to make this change. I want to mix the beat a little bit more and this and that thing. And I get a text from him, a link to iTunes.
Damn.
I said, what?
This ain't even
I'm talking about we
done
ain't got
yet.
the sample cleared or nothing.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
How hard was it going in reverse at that point? Like getting all the paperwork and the sample cleared and making sure that you did make some money off of it.
Man, you know I'm an OG, so
Yeah.
we're gonna make it happen.
That's right.
I went to the Illuminati meeting and told them, like, look,
Gotcha.
There it is.
Hey,
Gotcha. I'm waiting on my
Secret
invite.
location.
I'm
secret
definitely waiting
location.
on my invite still.
it's really down the street. But,
Juicy Crab in the
the
back.
Juicy Crab.
We got into it for a second, and I wanted to touch back on it. You said the young producers selling themselves short, selling the beats for $30. Get them some sort of advice as to how to avoid that and the moves maybe they should be making.
Well, man, basically the whole thing is it's like I used to get into it with artists all the time. You know, they want to bargain with you. You know, like, oh man, you charging too much, and then as soon as you get them, you know, you be like, okay, cool, I'll show you some love. And then next thing you know, they pull up to the studio in a $300,000 car.
Yep.
$600 pair of shoes.
So these sign rappers trying to
No,
bother.
they
No,
just
you know,
I'm just saying the
your
niggas.
local,
I got you.
Your
I got
local
you.
street distributors,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas with no budget,
Or
but got a budget.
your athletes and
Yeah.
stuff, you know. So it's just crazy, you know, like they be playing poor, and then as soon as you hit record, they start talking about money,
Yeah.
and it just be like, there's something wrong. You
Yeah.
know, it's,
I seen that on Instagram the other day. Somebody said that. Nigga said rappers want to negotiate the shit out you for a beat. Then as soon as you hit record, niggas talking about how much drugs and how much money they got. They done sold.
Yeah, you be like, no, this is wrong.
So you wouldn't advise somebody coming up in the game giving beats away for free to kind of get their foot in. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah.
damn.
So
It's different now, man. Like hip hop is like what 40, 50 some years old now.
Yep.
So the days, like Jay-Z said, you know, in the beginning we had to give stuff away to build, you know, equity. But now it's been proven, you know, it's the #1 streaming platform. It's the #1 genre of music, period.
We ain't shining shoes no more.
Yeah, the
That's what he
culture
said.
itself, the fashion, the culture, the lingo, the food, the cuisine, the whole lifestyle is at the top of the world.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So they know what we worth. That's why they follow us, but we still don't know.
I feel like the artists don't know. That's why it'd be hard for the producers to get their shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they'll be like, bro, you ain't got a name. They think they still paying for a name when you ain't got to do that with a producer no
Right.
more.
I mean, what you're paying for, if you're paying for the name, you're paying for his knowledge, his network. Same thing, you know, when you're dealing with a feature.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? You're paying for that artist's algorithm space or whatever he got going on. So as you put that song in the, you know, whatever, it automatically draws that to you. But, you know, we ain't got to do it like that no more.
Go ahead.
How do you suggest they do it? Like if a young hungry producer was trying to get his beat to you,
And he got fired too.
like he ain't gonna be able to DM you, right?
Yeah. You could do it like I do it, like I did with Color
How many DMs you get a day?
See,
A lot, right?
It's a lot.
You gonna miss it. So how do he catch your attention though? Like obviously I agree with y'all on the point that hip hop has made it past, you know, giving stuff away for free.
For sure.
But if if I hear a young up and coming rapper and you know you think the baby hot or a producer running to the baby in the mall and be like, here, bro, listen to this fire.
Right.
You don't think that should be the way that he approaches that?
I mean, you can do it that way, but still, like, I'm not saying ask for money right then and there.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying like, yo,
build a relationship with the person.
no, I'm just saying let them rap on it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, let it do what it do, and then as it grows, if they haven't paid you yet, they still got to come see you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's on the back end.
Yeah, be like, because eventually, what ends up happening, like they got to come see you. Like they get a deal, they get signed. The label want to cross all the I's and T's.
okay.
In order to get the music
Right.
cleared.
So they can't do anything until you sign off.
Your time is coming.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's gonna come. They're gonna have to
You're
break
gonna
bread
get your
with
money.
You. Yeah, you're gonna get something. So just put it out there. Don't be so thirsty. You know, even if you're struggling, you know, go eat your baked beans for the day.
Eat your
Get
potatoes.
potatoes. Get you a nice big water.
Ramen noodles and spam.
Oh
Get
my
you some,
God.
Shout out to
some
Bun
Deer,
B.
Deer Park water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that.
How'd you know it was time to step outside of the College Park situation to create your own?
Oh, well, the thing about it, the label as itself, first of all, the contract ended. And basically the label itself just went another direction. Just turned into mostly like a production type thing. And, you know, College Park didn't really want to deal with artists that much at the time.
Who does?
Right. I mean, because you understand the whole game, it changed to where you don't necessarily need to have that umbrella anymore. A lot of
Gotcha.
stuff is self-sufficient now. So it made no sense for us to be around here with 4 or 5 artists and they can do it themselves. You know.
Ain't no gatekeepers no more per se. You
Nah,
got the internet. You can thank Soulja Boy for that.
The internet, the internet literally took all that away.
Changed the game.
Yeah. So there's no more age limit. Used to have to be under 26, look a certain way, certain weight class. If you was a female, you had to man. They got people coming out here rolling out the bed, winning.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
What was kind of some advice you got from College Park, man? Was he putting you up on game constantly, or you just kind of sitting in the cut watching?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it, he was telling me stuff. His brother Derek was telling me stuff. The lawyer Carl was telling me, Carl Washington, shout out to all of them. Because it was a small, big independent label. You know what I'm saying? It was small, ran right there downtown East Point. It's a family-owned business. So the sister, everybody, the mom was involved with the booking. It was like some real
tight circle.
Yeah.
So Dukes on the books.
Yeah, it wasn't no crazy stuff. Like you had a question you could ask somebody, so you felt comfortable, growing there. So yeah.
What now in terms of Smile, how has life changed since Smile? Because I'm picturing when a producer has a big record like that, all of a sudden everybody calling. Is that realistic? Like, is the phone ringing off the hook? Like, we need another Smile or something like that?
Yeah, it's a little of both. Sometimes, they get intimidated too.
They don't want
Really?
that ticket.
They think the price too high.
Yeah, they think the price is too high because Smile went #1 on Billboard for like 8 weeks straight on the hip hop side. Then it went it went #1 on the rhythmic side. Like 3 different charts. It went #1.
Yeah,
So they thinking you charging
ridiculous.
$10 million, which is nothing. I'm joking. But you kind of work your move how you want to work it. But a lot of people, they just felt, they still feel like I'm too high for them. Yeah, so I had to tell them like, I get it. As long as it's reasonable, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah, Smile was a lottery ticket, man.
Clearly.
Yeah, so I just had the mentality of on to the next. I don't necessarily stay on one record too long.
Yeah.
Speaking of that record, like describe your headspace and like your style when you're making music.
So I actually did the beat for Smile in January of 2016, January 4th, matter of fact.
Damn.
And that was right after the California record was coming down. So I said I just need to stockpile. Like I literally got like a hard drive. I got like 2-3 hard drives full of stuff like that, ready to go.
Damn.
Yeah, 2 or 3 terabytes ready to go.
Jeez.
So hold on, you just in the studio and Lil Duval just play it, whatever you got.
Yeah, so he was in there to do an intro for another record, and for this record was Zero, Hollywood Baby. It's called All These Drugs. It's Luther Vandross replay.
Yeah, I think he previewed it on.
Yeah, that need to be his new single. I've been telling him like you need to get that from Zero, just make that his new single. But so he did that like 15 minutes, and we sat there, chopping it up real quick. And I was like, man, you need to get a song for that Smile thing you be doing on the internet. Like that's crazy. He was like, man, for real? I said, yes. Let me play some stuff for you. So I played one beat. He was like, oh, that's cool. He did a little smile thing with his shoulder, moved around for a little bit.
Yeah. That's funny.
He was like, okay. He laid that down, and he was like, man, pull something else up. So I pulled that beat up. The next beat, he was like, oh man, this it right here. He just started bouncing around the studio, man. So
he had the concept already on deck. He was just looking for the beat to match it.
Yeah. People like us, we have concepts and stuff like for years. Like I said, I did that beat in 2016.
That's wild.
Right.
The fact you remember the day though.
You got to.
Damn.
Like your babies, right?
Well, you got to, because what ends up happening, man, like people try to, like whenever you have a hit record, I tell people all the time, people come out the woodworks and try to stake claim to stuff all the time, So you got to know who all was in the room, who was the engineer, what studio is it. Like I keep record of all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because everybody want a piece of the pie at the end of the day.
Yeah, people just want credit for it. Sometimes they weren't even in the room. Some people, I've had people stake claims to records I ain't never met before. So all it does is hold up your money.
Of course.
Yeah, you just got to be like, okay, cool. I can't go buy that island right now.
What do you think when you right? What do you think when you see producers in constant litigation with big companies and artists? Like we talk on here all the time about how we see big name producers, Bangladesh, people like that, and they would going back and forth for cash money for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you sit back like, man, that could never be me, or it's like that's kind of part of the process. That's business.
It's sad, man, but I hate to say it, man. That's really part of the business, man. It's like,
especially with cash money.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cash Money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't got nothing to say.
Shout out Birdman.
Last request: can all producers please get paid?
I mean,
That's politics as usual.
yeah, I mean, dog, it's like almost like that's almost the name of the game. Just like see who can get over on who.
Mm.
And it's sad, bro. Like you'll see like artists or labels and stuff, you know, they buying this yachts, $20 million houses and stuff. And you got somebody over here who gave you a hit record. They can't even get $20,000 that you own.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Make you want to run an office like Cube.
Right. I get it. I get it. There's a couple people I need to run into.
Yeah.
For real, with a baseball bat
Man.
and a lynch mob.
Fuck
Boy,
shit up.
I'm talking about stand on the couch, all that. Give me your sandwich, all this.
What you think of the Atlanta rap scene right now? Still number one?
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
He said for sure.
Yeah.
That ain't even a question.
Yeah, I mean, every city, you know, they have their little, you know, they might have a little blurb here and here, like the baby, he doing real good for
Yeah, he
like
cooking.
Charlotte right now.
Yeah.
But for like every time another city have like a new somebody, we got like
Yeah.
20 other ones,
Yeah.
you know, from Lil Key to
Shout out to YSL.
YSL.
Yeah,
the
they out
whole-
here.
You know, they got a whole camp full of people. I don't know none of them. It's a whole bunch of little somebodies and
Yeah, it
big,
is.
Young and
young,
Yeah.
this and that. But they be jamming though. So
Yeah.
it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who haven't you worked with that you would like to get in the studio with and chop some up?
The only person I haven't worked with that I want to, like, of course, the Jay-Z, Beyonce's of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Is that because of the look, or you really fuck with whole music like that for real, or both?
it's a little of both, man.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like it's him.
Yeah.
You know, I've hung out with Andre 3000 before.
How was it?
You gonna make that solo album for him?
It was awkward. It was awkward because it was just random as hell. We this when the California record was going.
Did he play the flute?
He had the
He
flute
was
on
in the
deck.
strip club.
Did he play the flute?
No, he was no. It was funny. He was in the Kamal 21
Ah, wow.
Good old Kamal's.
What?
overalls and some Chuck Taylors on,
Mhm.
sipping the Corona by itself in the corner.
Sound like Andre.
Wow.
With the flute.
I don't know about a flute.
May or
but
may not have had it
I
on
don't think
deck.
he had a flute.
You don't think he had the flute with him?
I don't
Definitely
think
didn't
he
have
had
a flute, no Kamal's.
Nah.
Next, are we ever gonna get that
I don't know.
solo Andre album?
I hope so. The world needs it.
Man,
The culture needs that.
the rap album, not the singing one. The singing one was fire too, though. But still, that shit was fire. Changed the game ahead of its time.
It was, man. It's crazy.
So much is in Atlanta.
There you go. What's next for Mr. Hanky, man?
So yeah, what's next is I got Hanky's house party coming October 5th.
Oh,
sir.
And
shit.
it's not your average party, okay? You know, we're gonna have sections and stuff, but that's not the focus. The focus is like when we used to really party in the city.
Mm.
You know, really turn up, really have fun.
Gotcha.
You know,
So
that
no
kinda-
staring at each other.
No staring at each
Yeah,
other.
man, that's
You
the
know,
worst, man.
you know, we might have a photo booth for you to do your thing. You know, have little activities and stuff like that. But
Mm.
for the most part, we're not trying to make it that.
That sounds dope.
Where can people get more info on it?
So you can go to hankysHouseParty.com. That's HANKYS house, HOUSE,
Mhm.
party.com. Or you can go to my Instagram at amrhankybeat.com. I mean, amrhankybeat, AMRHANKYBEAT.
Mhm.
All of the above, man.
Do we hit you up for the list to get on the list, or do we need to
Y'all on the
call
list,
you?
y'all. We gotta
How
call
we
for
get
that.
in?
Y'all on
Okay.
the list. Y'all actually can
All
come through and just get footage too.
Okay.
I don't know doubt.
We there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Say no more.
Would there be cucumbers or not?
Well, actually, say less, as the kids say these days.
Well, I mean,
Say
'Cause
less.
these parties going on now that y'all they wild in the A right now.
yeah, I'm not condoning the cucumbers.
You don't
but,
plan on having cucumbers then.
Yeah, I don't believe in wasting food like that.
That's a fact.
We can do
I'm
other
with
things
that.
with those cucumbers. than-
That's true. Good little salad. Cool
yeah,
little salad.
good
with that,
salad.
man.
You know, don't abuse the cucumbers. They got feelings too.
100%. 100%.
Say no more, man. Hey, real quick before we get out of here, do you plan on working with any artists? I know you said artists feel like they don't necessarily need to do that anymore, but
Yeah.
I'm sure people are reaching out to you, sending you links all day long. Do you plan on working with artists, or do you work with any now?
Yeah, I work with plenty of artists, man. Like I said, shout out my boy John Jizzle. He's out here in the A.
Mm.
And I actually know John from I've been knowing John since he graduated high school because he knew one of my younger partners went to school with. So he's out here working. His name, his Instagram is The Real John Jizzle.
Okay.
Some CMG, something like that. Let me find it. Well, the click. Shout out to my boy, the Fly Rebel, LA, the Fly Rebel. He just checking in.
Word.
He got a song called Bullsh. It's going crazy. He gonna be at Orem tomorrow night for his single release party.
Okay.
I got it's a lot of artists I'm dealing with. Shout out to MSCJ out of South Carolina. We just shot his video on P Street.
Word.
Yeah.
Do you have more
South
fun
Korea.
working with up and coming artists like that, or do you prefer to work with established veterans?
For the check, established veterans.
That's what I thought.
For the bank account.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
More established artists.
Gotcha.
But I got this smash record coming out with DJ Infamous.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. Infamous was supposed to have an album, a project, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got this smash with Infamous, man. Oh my God.
What's it called? Who on it? Or is it top secret right now?
All I can say, I'm gonna say the names:
Okay.
Tory Lanez,
Mm.
Jacquees,
Mm.
B. Smith.
Okay. And it's gone. It's gone. You calling it now?
When it come out, you gonna know. You gonna remember. He said he told me that. He told us about the record.
Mark your words. We got it.
You heard it here first, man. On Deck TV podcast, Mr. Hanky. Hey, man, we appreciate you sliding.
Definitely appreciate you coming
man.
out, bro.
Appreciate y'all having me on Deck TV.
Absolutely,
This
man.
is- for real, this is
And
another M Extra production.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? M Extra. And now I know where y'all at. I ain't got to find my GPS.
Yeah.
Look, man, my GPS took me all off of
Said you-
Metropolitan.
Hateville.
Damn.
Hateville. I was like, bro.
All off in the cut.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we appreciate it, man. Till the next time. We're going to see you at that house party. Don't
Pull
worry
up.
about it.
I'm gonna send y'all the information, man. Y'all post it, man. Pull up.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's do it,
man.
Let's do
Say
it.
no more, man. Hey, we're going to get to the second music break. We'll see y'all in a second on Deck TV.
Chill.
All right, man. Mr. Hanky, dog, came through. Gave
Cool
us a
guy, man.
super dope interview.
Cool guy. Make sure y'all pull up on that Hanky party.
Ooh, that Hanky house party going to
Hanky
be
house party
shaking.
gonna
Yeah,
be
the Hanky House Party. That is October 4th.
Is it a clean shoes event?
Is that-
My shoes
Yeah,
stay clean.
your shoes
there,
gonna
but
stay clean. Shout out to the Hanky House Party. It's gonna be October 4th.
People need to start putting that in the flyer.
Yeah.
Your shoes will stay clean at this function.
I like that. I'll be there, and I'll be the freshest nigga in the house party.
Yeah, hankyhouseparty.com. You can get your tickets.
Absolutely, man. We got another music break. What is song number 2, sir?
Yes, this is something I never thought I would play, but this song grabbed my attention.
Oh, shit.
So I've got to give it a shout out. This is Trippie Redd featuring Lil Baby and Lil Duke called Mac 10.
Jesus Christ. All right, man. We are back. That was Trippie Redd featuring Lil Baby and Lil Dukes called Mac 10. How you feel about it?
Little baby saved this. Fire verse at the end. You can call him the big homie. We ain't squashing shit. I liked it.
Shit was hard.
That shit was hard. I liked him, man. I liked his verse on there.
Yeah, this is one of the better Trippie Redd songs. Trippie
Yes.
Redd is garbage.
Yes.
Let's make no mistake about this. He's
I
trash.
I can't dog artists like that, but this is a dope song.
I can. I'll do it for you. Trippie Redd is trash. But this song right here was cool because he didn't do that screeching,
No, he didn't.
yelling
No.
voice. So this is tolerable.
This is Jeep. You can put this in a Jeep for sure.
Dumpster juice, tough.
Yeah, nah, he garbage as fuck. But this is a solid song, though. Shout out to
It
Trippie
is.
Redd and Lil Duke and Lil Baby.
It is.
All right, before we get out of here, question of the week. T.I. dropped his long-awaited
the king,
podcast
champ.
expeditiously. Now, we all agreed when this was announced that, okay, T.I. with a podcast. That's cool. Like, that's a good idea. T.I. has a way with words, clearly. And he's an interesting person. He's seen a lot. So this should be an interesting product. Now that you have heard the first episode,
Right. First two.
the first 2 episodes, is it what you thought it'd be?
It is exactly what I thought it would be. I feel like it got to get his legs up under it, but it's a great idea because I like to hear conversation amongst black men, especially because I am a black man. So T.I. holding court and having these conversations is good. You don't have the distraction of the drinking like you do with Nori. So I favor this as opposed to anything that's came out lately. But what I will say is this. T.I., Nori, Joe Budden, the other rappers that have podcasts, a lot to name. I think it shines a good light in the podcast game and makes people take people like us a lot seriously because we get to offer the different perspective, not having a co-signer being one of those big names and still get to offer a fan's perspective. So I think it makes people start to look our way as well. So I'm here for any one of these guys to do a podcast. But specifically back to T.I.'s, I ain't like that first LL episode. That was nothing. I didn't feel like that he was
Jesus.
I didn't feel like that he was like prying enough into them. I feel like it was forced. I did like Freeway Ricky Ross, and I like Big Bang Black. The other guy kind of was being too contrarian for me. For my taste, Big Bang Black is hilarious. I can listen to him, man.
He funny.
Facts. That's
Big
my
Bang
guy.
funny,
I
man.
can listen to him. I used to go to his live and listen to him, so I fucks with that. Him and T.I. had some nice chemistry. I think that other guy kind of threw it off just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really there for him. And Rick Ross, you can tell he kind of didn't get to talk like he wanted to. Because he's a very, he likes to talk about himself a lot, as you can tell from his other interviews, and I don't think he got to get off like he thought he was. But all in all, I think it will be good down the line once he gets his feet under himself, get some guests. You can see him reaching outside the hip-hop lane. I think it'll be dope.
Yeah, I listened to the first episode with LL and Ice Cube, and that's a strong first episode. You know what I'm saying? That's two legends on the same joint. But it was a little slow to me, dog.
Yes.
And like, I hate to be nitpicky, but the audio was
bad on that first one.
The audio was bad on the first one.
The second one wasn't that bad.
okay. Cool. It's just strange to me. Like, you somebody with resources. Like, it should be lightweight to have.
No, this I don't think it's no format. They didn't really go into this with like a format.
I do feel like it wasn't really like professional. I feel like it's like people continue to tell T.I. you should do a podcast, and he kind of threw a couple out there to see how it does.
Yeah.
Got the bag behind it, but from Podcast One Network that it signed exclusively to.
Yeah.
So I do think that it was less formatted with those first two episodes. He's probably working on it now.
I hope so.
And the next ones that come out gonna be what we're looking for.
What you thought about Expeditiously?
That's why I was piggybacking off what you said, Lou. Is in the long run, I think it'll be much better than the beginning. That's just how I feel like. Just like you said, somebody said, "Oh, you'd be great for this." Probably a manager or something said you'd be great for this. We know T.I. is articulate, has an extensive vernacular.
So you apparently,
of course, but.
Clear his throat.
But he's a very entertaining guy. I mean, we know that from the Family Hustle shows. We know how T.I. is just on social media. So it's never a dull moment. True. So I think if done correctly and has the right push and creativity, I think he would do well.
It was formulaic, bro. It didn't do nothing. That first episode didn't do nothing.
Let me tell you what to spice it up. Let me ask y'all, who would you want to see on there?
Young Dro.
I got a better one. Who you want?
Nah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Ludacris.
Yeah.
Fire episode. That'll be fire.
I don't know if it's gonna happen, but
I mean, they acted like they was cool towards the end of their career.
Yeah,
remember? I feel like even the tension there in that conversation would be done. Like, of course, these niggas grown now. I wouldn't expect them to get to fight.
He made up with.
But I feel like just
guns were pulled in that beef. So I mean,
even with the tension there from the past relationship, I feel like it'll be a good ass conversation.
If they open and keeping it 1,000 with each other, like, I don't want nothing like no.
I feel like they have to.
Bro.
T.I. I feel like T.I. would have to.
But I don't. You think they would? I mean, they would have to speak on that. I wonder if they would speak on their past differences.
You see what I'm saying?
They would have to.
So what Luda gonna say? You remember the time you choked my manager at the brunch?
Well, even I've always been curious to know how it even got to that point, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want to know amongst them two just sitting there talking as men. Like, what was your problem? Because we never knew it was just a problem. Well, listen, some.
I mean, Atlanta. We knew it was like shots thrown when T.I. came out with the whole King of the South. A lot of people took umbrage of that. So it was like shots thrown from Luda's camp.
So
I want to say I-20 or
reply to Ludacris because Rick Ross had a problem with it too.
No, because
Rick Ross reply.
No, because I don't know about Rick Ross, but what I'm saying is Luda was bigger than Rick Ross at the time.
That's a fact.
Rick Ross is like no one at the time.
That's true.
So with Luda, his camp, I think I want to say I-20 or Two Titty Boy said something. Yeah. And then that's when T.I. did the Rap City in their basement freestyle.
Yep. Disturbing the peace. Line.
Keep running your teeth. I'm gonna come disturb your peace. Yep. And that's when it.
So it was some city shit at first between DTP and Pimp PSC.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we'll probably get him elaborating on it when he talks to somebody else. Yeah. He may go into story mode.
I mean, but that Luda would be a good idea for sure.
I'll definitely be here for that
because Tip cool with Chainz and them now too. I mean, they was all part of that shit.
Him and Chainz.
Yeah, because when 2 Chainz said he had some tell that pretty bitch thug, we got pretty big gats. That was talking about T.I.
Yeah,
I remember that song too. That was on Chingy album.
That was on
Crazy
Luda's
how the
album.
clicks
But
used to
Chingy
ride.
was on that
Chingy's on that
song.
song. You right,
That was
you
on
right,
Chicken
you
and
right.
Beer.
Crazy how the clicks used to ride for each other.
Yeah.
That's
Ain't none
wild.
of that shit no more.
Unity, man.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely, man. Now, let's get to this On Deck of the Week. Shout out to the homie. We're going to Facebook, the Rap Chat group. If you're not in there, get in there. You bullshitting with yourself. Shout out to the homie Bambino Pesci.
My guy.
Absolutely. He said, between y'all, Joe, and Gilly podcast, y'all have me crying. Top 3 interchangeable.
Top 3 dead or alive.
Absolutely, man. Super shout out to you, Bambino
We appreciate the
Pesci.
love for sure.
Sir.
We absolutely appreciate
Y'all
checking
knew
in.
Gilly had a podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Shout out to Wallow. Shout out to Gilly, the whole Philly.
It's funny.
Yes, sir.
Gilly is a funny person.
Yeah, he's
I
funny.
need to check it
yeah,
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Whole
called $1 Million Worth of Game, by the way.
Worth the game.
Gotcha. Check that out.
The whole Illadale 215.
I don't know nothing about what you just got to
I
say.
don't know what that is.
You don't know nothing about that.
New music,
Whole lot
man.
of gang shit, obviously. going on.
Yeah, a whole lot of shit, man.
Whole lot of gang
Don't let the smooth taste fool you. The new shit coming out.
Malt
It's
liquor.
really nothing. Well, let me start with this week because it's really nothing. So it's really nothing this week. Nothing.
You gonna say that one more time? For
Yeah,
me?
because I was gonna. It's not worth it. Last week we had some very good projects come out. Post Malone came out with Hollywood's Bleeding. Had a few bangers on there. I can't lie. A re-release of XXX Tentacion
See you,
Question
boy.
album, the
How many times
deluxe.
they gonna re-release it?
Yeah,
worry
that's
about
why I
it.
keep saying it.
Jesus.
That
man rest in peace.
Keep listening.
we talked about Childish Major, Dirt Road Diamond, really good album, and my personal favorite from last week, Earth Gang, Mirrorland. That was a really good project. You guys check out for that review that will be up in the morning.
Hey, I tried to listen to that, bro, and I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't. Whatever mode I was in when I hit play on that, I was not fucking with this shit. I got out of there after like 3 songs.
We should rewind to the beginning of this podcast and we say, oh yes, I listen to everything. I have a diverse palette.
I did. It just wasn't good.
No, you crazy. This shit is banging.
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, and by the way, something does come out Friday.
Yeah, I know, but is it
Oh.
worth mentioning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Conway.
it's not on here.
I say, you don't do Conway like
Yeah,
that.
it's not on here. So I
I'm
don't.
trying to be no Griselda bars.
Yeah, don't try to do him like what's his name?
Conway
Shannon
is-
Sharp.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp tried
that's
to
cool.
play them niggas. You see that?
Yeah, he tried to play Benny.
What do you do?
He tried to
What
play
happened?
Buffalo. He
Wait.
said Buffalo didn't have no rap. He said,
Well, he didn't know. Them niggas know.
mean, yeah, he
the
did- he
mainstream
didn't
don't
know
know
shit.
them.
Shannon Sharp ain't about that.
but
life.
when people started saying, nah, chill out, Buffalo is actually kind of, you know what I'm saying? They got some cats that's popping right now. He's like, bro, I ain't heard it, new.
Yeah,
Of course, you Shannon Sharp.
he hasn't heard them.
So it was funny.
But
Niggas
yeah,
talking that talk.
Conway's
Shannon
project.
Sharp don't know nothing about what they talking about. I
Yeah.
promise you that.
Shout out to Conway. He got a project coming. I'm looking for. Benny's my favorite out of them.
I need this Conway project
Yeah, this Conway gonna
Friday.
be
Can't wait.
fire.
What you got on deck,
Y'all
bro?
hype Conway.
More football, man. Can't wait to digest it. Love the football season, man. I got some
Pause.
housework to do. Digest? Is pause?
Digest the balls?
Whoa, what?
Whoa, Paul.
said
Whoa,
anything
whoa,
about
whoa.
balls? What are y'all talking
Whoa.
What it
Jesus.
sounded like.
Man, fall has been fire.
Oh,
Brand
yeah.
new episode coming. Y'all check for that. We're going to do that Snow School. The last finale episode will be this week, and then we'll put it on your feed the following week, man. The show has been really fucking good.
Franklin motherfucking Saint.
Yes,
Absolutely.
What you got up this weekend?
Slow motion Billy Ocean for me. No tournament, no movies. Actually, no. There is a movie I'm going to go see. The one I tried to go see the other day, but the tournament ran a little bit longer because I stayed in it longer. You left early.
And it's Revolt weekend.
Dipped on you.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Revolt, too.
Oh, yeah, Revolt's coming up this weekend.
Shout out to
forgot about
Revolt. They'll be in the city Thursday through Saturday. Fuck with your boy. Pull up.
Making my traffic a living hell.
Yeah, we'll definitely be in the building. So, yeah, I'll let your boys if you see us.
I have an event for weekend, the Revolt, just like you said.
Fantastic, and we're out.
I have the Revolt, like you said, and I have a wedding on Saturday.
Another wedding, damn.
Yeah, another wedding.
Congrats,
And,
bro. You getting married?
No, I'm not.
That was quick.
And not to mention the Eagles Sunday night. Sunday night
So you
coming, so I'm
to
definitely going to
a
Eagles game.
wedding, Revolt,
Oh, you going to the Eagles game?
and the game.
for sure.
Jesus, boy, that is a full week.
You got a box?
No, we in the 100 sections for sure, though.
I can respect that.
Club level.
Yeah, no. 100 section club levels higher.
Tell who doesn't attend the events.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, shout out to
I've
the
been waiting
Eagles
to do that for like 4 weeks.
and the Falcons. Going to go on that boy Bird. We're going to see what's happening.
You gonna wear one of them split jerseys?
No, I don't have one of those. I do have a Brian
Falcon,
Dawkins.
half
Falcon,
Eagle.
half Eagles.
No.
Nigga gonna have.
I have a Brian
His
Dawkins
house
jersey
is
that I'm wearing.
divided, license plate in the stands.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all fucking with us. Again, go to Patreon. Check out that Blueprint review. Man, it was
It
super
was good.
dope.
That was fun.
Had a lot of fun doing that. Patreon.com/real.
We need to do another one of those.
Yeah, I know. We need to do another throwback, man.
Y'all
Another
let us know.
anniversary
Yeah,
project.
y'all let us know what y'all think. Some old albums to review.
Ooh, I like that. Let us know and go to iTunes, leave a comment, rate, and subscribe. And please, youtube.com/OndeckTV
And we
podcast.
are out.
Yes, subscribe now.